Good morning, everyone. I am Evie. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here for a while, and welcome if you're new. What I have for you guys today is, it's not a shepherd's pie, but it is because I'm doing it our way, the Puerto Rican way. We don't add like the frozen veggies or the fresh veggies in it. So it's just gonna be potatoes, meat, potatoes, and cheese on top, and then we'll bake it, and that'll be it. But I will show you the ingredients. So the ingredients are 2 pounds of ground beef. I use 85/15. I'm using 2 pounds because one is gonna be for this recipe, and then the other one is gonna be for a pastelon. But I'm gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone and make the meat at the same time because it's gonna be the same meat recipe for the pastelon. I'm using 5 gold potatoes. These are like medium sized. A can of tomato sauce, sofrito. Sofrito, if you don't have it or you don't make it, you can use 1/4 red pepper, 1/4 green pepper, a slice of onion, 2 garlic cloves, a handful of cilantro, and you should be good. You just put it in the blender. Or you can just dice it really small and just cook it off like that. I'm going to use adobo for seasoning, which is salt, pepper, onion and garlic powder, and I think this one has a little bit of cumin. And then I'm using a packet of sazon, which is for coloring. Very little flavoring, but mostly coloring. So what we're going to do now, we're going to cook off this meat. Okay, so I have my meat in my pan, turning it on, and I'm going to season it right away because I want the seasoning to be in the meat and not on the meat. For those of us that cook, we know what we need. Sometimes you eat somebody's food and you could taste the seasoning that it's on top of the meat, but once that flavoring over the meat goes away, the meat tastes bland because the seasoning is not in it, it's on it. So I like to avoid that and have flavorful meat. Of course, I added the adobo. That's not all the adobo I'm going to add, but I need this to cook off a little bit so that I can taste it later and see how much more I'm going to add. But for now, it has seasoning in the meat. So I'm just breaking it up. And we want this meat to get brown, but we're not just going to let it get brown. We're actually going to cook it so it can get soft. People cook this meat and just wait for it to get brown and it's done. And it's not, because it's hard. So after I brown my meat, I let it on a very low cook temperature for half an hour. Then I'll throw in the rest of my ingredients. So what I'm doing now, I'm adding 1/4 cup of water. You could add up to half a cup of water. And I'm doing this because I do want the frying action, but I want that later on as it's cooking. I just want it to do it like this so it doesn't stay chunky and I get really loose meat. I don't want to find big chunks in the recipe that I'm making, okay? So that is that. I'm going to put a lid on here. I'm going to cover it up, and I'll come back once in a while to keep breaking it up until it's the consistency that I like. Okay, so I came back one more time to mix my meat. As you can see, it's loose. I don't have big chunks in it. So I'm going to put my lid on, and I'm going to let this cook off for 30 minutes, okay? Just so you know, I made Mexican rice. It's Saturday morning, and it's 10 o'clock, 10:05 in the morning, and I am on it. So, yeah, we'll come back to this later. Okay, so while the meat is cooking, what we're going to do, what I'm going to do, I'm going to peel my 5 potatoes, and then I'm going to use my little thingy to dice them. We're going to put these to boil. So, yeah. How's everybody doing? It's Saturday. I can record. The hubby's not here with his music or the TV on. That little man, he's extra loud. So he'll be here on Tuesday. That was fast. Too fast for me. But I really didn't do nothing. I just went to the movies with Punky. Oh no, he was still here when I went there. Okay. So the only thing I did was yesterday, it was Friday. And it's terrible, guys, because I know you're not supposed to eat meat on Friday. But we went to Famous Dave's, which is a barbecue place here. It was so good. Gogi invited me, so it was Lisi, Gogi, and myself. And after dinner, of course, I came home. I edited like a little vlog that I had. I had that since last week, but I just wanted to make it a little longer, but it just wasn't matching. It wasn't matching now, but yeah, that's reality in my life. So that's what I did. And yeah, after that, I was in the kitchen for a little bit with Gabi and her boyfriend. But then again, you know, once you eat, and I think it's an older thing because that never used to happen to us. But now you eat and you get full or satisfied, and guess what? Food coma. I mean, literally sleeping. I'm sitting down talking to these people and I'm ready to knock out. So I watched a little bit of videos. Not many because I know I fell asleep. And then just got up super early this morning. I've been up since 7 on a Saturday. Who does that, right? I like sleeping in late. Yeah, that's basically it. Well, guys, we're having a baby girl. I'm super excited. Super, super excited. I kind of knew it was going to be a girl. I just felt Cookie different. For those who don't know Cookie, that's my second daughter. She's the one that has 2 boys, Angel and Xavier. So they're finally going to get the girl. But tell me why they're so nervous. Cookie said, I know that if I have a girl, I'm going to be broke. Yes, you are. Because when you go to the girl section, it is so pretty. So much prettier and so much more stuff than for boys. But she goes, I know I'm going to be broke. And you are, because Punky's broke with Tanya. So, here's my potatoes. Let me dice them, and I'll show you what they look like. Okay, so here are my potatoes. They're nice and diced. I gave them a good rinse. I did not wash them or rinse them when they were whole because I was going to peel them anyways. But when I do leave the peel on, I do give it a good wash, okay? So right now, I'm just going to add a tablespoon of salt, and I'm going to put these to boil. And of course, like always, because I am terrible at this, we're going to need the mozzarella cheese for the topping. We're going to use a little bit of sour cream, and we definitely want at least 2 tablespoons of butter once our potatoes are done, because we're going to mash these, okay? So, yeah. The extra ingredients. Sorry, guys. Okay, so my potatoes are almost done. I'm going to give it a quick taste. The water, of course. Okay, so like I said, I added a tablespoon of salt. I'm going to add half more because I could taste that it needs it. Plus, remember, we're going to be adding stuff to this, so a little bit of extra salt is not going to kill you. So we're going to leave this for 5 more minutes, then we'll go mash them. Okay, so I drained my potatoes, putting them in this bowl because we're going to smash them really good. What I did was I drained them and I put them back in the pot and I left them on the stove like for 2 minutes so the excess water can evaporate. That's what I did. Now we're going to take our bean masher or just our masher and we're going to, and since my potatoes were diced really small, it took like 10 minutes. It smells so good. What we're going to do now, we're going to add our 2 tablespoons of butter. This already has measurements, little lines. Each line is a tablespoon. So half of this little thing here. I'm going to use the smaller side because I cut it a little more on one side than the other. And we're going to be smashing this since the potatoes are super hot. This butter is going to melt quickly. But we're not moving along to this until the butter's melted. Oh, that butter just made it smell so much better. This is like a shepherd's pie, my Puerto Rican version of it, because it has no veggies. I'm not a fan of. I'm just cleaning this off right here. Put it right here for a minute. Give this a good mix. Look for the butter. Oh, here it is. Make sure it's completely dissolved or melted. While we're putting this in the oven, this is just a very small little piece. So now we're gonna add our cup of mozzarella cheese and a cup or half a cup of sour cream. If you do the sour cream half a cup and it's too dry, add another fourth until you get like this consistency, you know? It's kind of like a loose paste. I want to get every little bit of it. I want to make sure my potatoes are nice and moist. We're going to give this a quick mix. You'll be able to see your cheese melting in here. You'll be able to have a little pull. Cheese pull for those that didn't understand me. Okay, so I'm going to flatten this out because I want to divide it equally, because half of it's going on the bottom and the other half is going on top. That's as equally as I can get it. Now let's move on to our potatoes. Our dish. I'm using an 8x10. See the cheese pull? You can see that? Using an 8x10, and you do not need to grease it because we have sour cream, we have a whole cup of cheese, and 2 tablespoons of butter. So we should be good. Move the butter out of here and the knife. So what you want to do is you want to spread this at your bottom of your dish. Then we're going to go in with our meat. And the other layer of potatoes. This is so good, guys. It's delicious. I made one and Boogie goes make another one. So guess what? I'll explain later on why I had to make a second one. Because you guys ain't gonna believe the crap I have to go through for this. Okay. There it is. Now I'm gonna go get my meat. And I'll be ready. So I'm gonna pour my meat in here. And spread this really good in here also. Try to make it an even layer. So you have the same amount of meat throughout your whole pie. I think I grabbed a little bit more than half of the meat from the pot, but that's okay. I can just put this back. That's why I like to have my meat really loose, because there's no chunks, you know that? Nice and flat makes it better. So this is how much meat. I know I took a little bit too much, but let's do the top layer. This is gonna be the top layer. I'm gonna put them in little chunks like this. Oh, look at cheese. Because it's gonna be easier to spread than just put it in one place and try to pull it to the sides. Should have used the clean spatula. You want all of your potatoes. Every single bit of it. Let me rinse this off so it can be nice and clean now, because it does has cheese. It's gonna be a little bit more difficult. See, it has the cheese, it tries to pull. Just gotta be patient, which I am not. So we're getting there, not too bad, guys. Oh. It tries me, it tries me. Okay, gotta tell you, this is as good as it's gonna get for me. I'm just bringing down the edges so it could be even. You don't have to do all this and deal with all my crazy. Just me. I'm trying to smooth it so it can look nice. Which I gotta tell you, doesn't really matter because we're pouring cheese on it. But yes, this is what it looks like, guys. See that? Beautiful. So, we're taking our mozzarella cheese. You can add as little or as much as you like. I'm not gonna add too much. I'm just gonna make sure the whole top is covered. But remember, it already has a cup of cheese inside. Well, in the potatoes. But if you're a cheese lover, go right ahead. Just a little bit more for me. Make sure you get your corners. Everybody wants cheese. And bam. There it is. Who was that? Lagasse, right? I can't remember his name. Something Lagasse. So, that's what it looks like. Let's go to my little oven. Okay, so my oven, I have it on broil. We're gonna put it in here. We're putting our little shepherd's pie in here. And we're gonna give this 10 minutes. I know it'll be done before 10 minutes because it's broiled and you're just wanting your cheese to get golden, okay? So we'll be back when it's done. Okay guys, so this is what it looks like. It's super hot. I just got it out of the oven. This is what it looks like. I had it on broil. I put 10 minutes. It actually took about 7 to 8 minutes. And that's how it looks. But I'm going to let it sit here for 10 minutes. And then I'm taking it downstairs to Lisi and Gogi's house so that we can do a taste test there. So that they can do a taste test. And we'll just have lunch downstairs. Say good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Hola, guys. Howdy.
What are we doing?
Taste testing.
Taste testing. Gogi's down for it.
We've been guinea pigs. And we're okay with that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. We'll see. Sorry for the darkness, guys. This is Titi Lisi's house, and it is dark in here.
A hot mess.
I only have, no, I just have this. I just wanted to see that you don't need any, you don't have to grease your dish because it comes out. So that's what it looks like. Look at how nice and thick it is.
Go to the next one. Image.
There's the piece that Lisi and Gogi will be trying. Here it is, guys.
Mmm. You can leave it here.
Really? Mm-hmm. You guys can take another piece or two, but I will be left with 2 more pieces.
So
Awesome.
Awesome, is good.
very good.
I like the papa, super soft.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you who know, it tastes a little like relleno de papa, stuffed potato.
Right. Just because it's baked, it doesn't have to crunch, but it's really good.
What it looks like, guys. So delicious, thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Awesome.
Feel free to make
3 thumbs up.
Feel free to make it over and over again.
Over and over. I'm doing the pastelon. The bananas should be plantains for tomorrow.
Guinea pigs again?
Yeah, can we do this again then?
Oh, so you guys want to be the guinea pigs tomorrow again?
Why not?
Oh, of course.
No, remember,
Yeah.
I'm working.
Different hours, so make sure you're feeding the 2 of us.
Ugh, that means I'm going to have to feed you and leave Gogi's in the fridge for the next day.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, guys. Well, that was it. Thank you guys for watching. God bless you. Oh, happy Easter.
Happy Easter,
Happy
everybody.
Easter, everyone. God bless
Happy
you.
Easter.
Bye. Say bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys.